Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our subscribers, whether you're a long-term subscriber or a new subscriber. And welcome to anybody who's drifting by wondering what I'm up to this time. So today I'm going to be kicking off my project from PAPERCRAFT Society Box number 50, and we're going to do a series, and at the moment anyway, I've decided there are going to be 6 projects in this series. And so today I'm going to pop that to one side to begin with. And we are going to make a 6x4 card. We're going to use some of the coffee elements, and we're going to break my mother's rule that she had at home. We're going to make a mochaccino, and we're going to dunk the biscuit inside. I've used the cookie, I've done a bit of stamping, I've done a bit of die cutting. So you'll see what we do and how we do it as we go along. And I'll tell you everything you need to know as we go. So I have cut, to begin with, I've put that on there. And I've used one of the papers and I've stuck it to a piece of ordinary white card. And what I did with this is one of the papers in the pack, but if you haven't got this box, you can use any papers you've got. I just cut it in half, and if you cut one of these in half, it fits a 6x4 card exactly. Absolutely wonderful. And I've cut one of the coffee mugs, the takeaway coffee mugs, and I've put double-sided tape on the shiny side. I've used this beautiful blue glitter card. I've put it on the shiny side. You'll see why in a minute, or as we go along. And I'm going to put that down there. I know that looks a bit strange, but it won't by the time we're finished, I hope. So I'm going to put that to one side, just for a moment. I'll leave it there so that you can see it. Because what I've done, I've cut another one, and this time this bit's going to go on the front. And I've turned it over and I've cut this. I'm going to use this as a pull tab, and I've actually stamped the word pull on there, as you can see. And what I did, to make sure that this, because I want that to fit through, to slide into here, and what I did was I laid that over there like that. Used a pencil, I think you can just about see those marks. I used a pencil either side to measure out where I wanted it, because I wanted the slits to be big enough for this to slide into. And I've cut my slits at 1/2 inch from the top and then another 1/2 inch down. Now these aren't exact, they're not exact measurements, but I will put them in the description below if you want to follow the way I've done it, or you can do it your own way, that's fine. Now I've put some foam pads around here. I've cut them in half and lengthways and put them around here because I didn't want to interfere with this bit. But at the bottom, I've put 2 full pads, because when that'll go that way, but when it slides down, I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom, because I want the pull to show. When we pull it up, I'll put it that way for now. I want that to show. I want the pull to show above the coffee cup. We're not using the lid today. So what we're going to do, this needs to be on the back. So what we're going to do, doesn't matter which way you put it in. I'm just going to slip it in there like that and pop it back through there like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to the end. Again, it's about 1/2 inch. I didn't measure it. Or might it, I'd say, yeah, 1/2 inch. I didn't measure it, but if we say 1/2 inch, that'll be fine. Because what we want to stop. We want that to stop. We don't want it to pull straight up, which is why we're making a double, because this will go on there and that will stop that from folding back. And I'm going to do that right now. We're going to lay this over here. You can see that. We'll deal with that bit in a minute, don't worry, I've got you covered. So we're going to just line it up carefully so that both bits match. And we're going to lay that down like that. So now that will slide, but it won't pop out. Now what we're going to do next is we are going to put our cookie. I've used the cookie from the stamp, the second stamp that we've got, and I've coloured the top part like that with a cookie colour, and you've got the mochaccino, so we're dunking it in. So I'm breaking my home rule, well, not my home rules, but my mother's home rules. She used to say that dunking your biscuits in your coffee was disgusting, but I always thought that was the best part. But there you go. That's probably because I'm common. And what I've actually done is I've measured it out where it needs to go, and I'm going to slide that in like that and I'm going to put that over the, just so that it covers that pencil mark, because when it goes down, you need to pull this up to do that, because when you push it down, you don't want the cookie showing. Now, obviously, it does show through that little gap, but we've got you covered there as well. So what we need to do, I've cut a piece of card from the same card. Again, this was from the pack. This was just orange card pack from the pack. And I've cut it to the same width and an inch-ish high. And we're going to use that to cover that gap. And we're going to put it slightly below, so you've got a gap. And what I've done is I've only got, I should have showed you, but we've got, if I'm careful, because it's glitter card, so I should be able to pull it off without damaging it, hopefully. What I've done is I've put foam pads split in half, or cut in half, on the ends. You don't want any adhesive there, because otherwise it'll stick to that and the thing won't pop up. So we'll just pop that back down, like that. We have got a bit of a gap there, but we're not going to worry about it, because I've cheated slightly. What I've done, I've taken one of the icicle dies from the previous one, box 49, and I've cut it from brown card. Actually, I haven't cut it from brown card. I didn't have any brown card, so I used white card, and I just coloured it with my alcohol pens. So this is going to be the drips, and what we're going to do with that is we are going to use some glue. I'm going to use, what we don't want that on there, because we don't want it to stick to the pull tab. So I'm going to put some glue there, and we're going to use that. It's too long, but we won't worry about that either, because what we're going to do is cut off the overhang in a minute. So we'll just stick that down there. If it doesn't stick, we'll think again, but hopefully it will. So that's going to drip down really gooey over there. And we'll cut that down, or stick it down like that. We can stick these bits down as well if we need to. So all I'm going to do now is grab a pair of small scissors, or a small pair of scissors, and cut off the end like that. There's just a couple of overhangs. Just cut off the overhang. Ever so easy. And because you've got glue all over, like if you're like me, you get glue everywhere, and I've got it all stuck to my fingers. But that's fine. That's half the fun of crafting, isn't it? So now we have got our cup, our trim at the top to cover that gap, and we've got our mochaccino bubbling over the side. Isn't that fun? Now, we've just got one more thing to complete this. I have cut out and stamped. I've used a couple more of the stamps. I've used that lovely ring stamp with the stitch detail in the middle, and one of the coffee beans. And what I'm going to do, once again, we are going to use a blob of glue, pop that to one side, and I'm going to stick that in the middle of my cup, because I think that just finishes it off. I looked at this when I was laying it out and planning it out last night. I thought, that needs something else on it. To me, that was a bit bare. I like my embellishments. So we've put it there like that. So now we've put everything together. We've put our gap cover, our slit cover on the top. We've got our dripping mochaccino. We've got our pull tab. Now, if we've done this right, moment of truth, guys, when you pull it up, you can see your cookie, you can see the mochaccino stuck to the cookie, and we can break the rules and we can dunk our cookie into our mochaccino or coffee or whatever you want to use it for. So there you go, guys. There is our first project from this series. I'll leave it up like that so you can see the cookie dunking into the cup. And I will be back probably tomorrow now. Now, I'm afraid my recording schedule is going to be a bit erratic, because yesterday I started a new course, which is a coaching course, which I'm not running the course, I'm on the course, which teaches you how to be a coach. And I'll explain more about that as we get into it. But I will be coaching later, hopefully in the new year. And my tutorials, some are in the day and some are in the evening. So I'm going to be doing my videos around my tutorials. So I shall probably be back now. Tomorrow's not till the evening, so I'll be back tomorrow with the next one for you. And what are we doing the next time? Let's have a look. Tomorrow we are doing, next time I'm going to be using one of the other dies, and we're going to create a greeting card, another greeting card, but hopefully it's going to look like a chocolate bar and maybe have a bit cut out so it looks like someone's bitten a bit off. So that's our card for today. This is our mochaccino, so you can dunk your cookie into your drink. And if you pop back tomorrow, you will see a card being made on this channel that hopefully looks like a chocolate bar. So I'll see you then. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the day, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.